run an event, you got to know what you need to do, what it means. You have to actually figure out the criteria of what the event is. So an event, to break it down, needs to be broken down in 3 steps. Your mission statement. What is your event in 10 words? Nova Cram Week, for example. Nova Cram Week, free food, studying, awesome place to study, and good-looking people helping you study. A little bit of humor in that. Demographic, who are you targeting? Targeting hungry students, you're targeting people who want to be tutored. The why. Why are you coming to the event? Anyone who's come for Nova Cram Week is probably coming for free food. And to get some tutoring for the good students there. So, another example mission statement. If you're trying to start an organization, say you're trying to start an organization to cure, actually, I'll take Alina's event. The maternity grocery store. Maternity grocery store. Mission, to make sure that a pregnant woman can eat anything they want, everywhere, anytime, 24/7. Demographic, young women who, or women who are pregnant. So, disclaimer. The why come to your organization? Food. Food that you guys can eat. Anyone to add?
Like, you don't have to question anything. Like, when you go to the grocery store, you have to, like, question. Like, you can't get anything class because it has BPA in it. So, like, there'll be no BPA or anything, and there'll be other things besides food.
So food that pregnant women can eat.
Can eat, yes, and other maternity.
And other maternity type awesome stuff. Which I'm not a woman, so I can't speak for it. So I will let Lena, after the seminar, speak more clearly on that. Okay. So, next. Nova Cram Week. We went over this. This actually was an event that took place last semester and also during the spring semester of 2011. Our mission statement was awesome place to study, tutors plus free food. We didn't put the good-looking people tutoring. You know, we could have gotten like beat up by the faculty. Demographics: hungry students who need tutors. The why? Well, we were hungry. The tutors, the organizers, and the people who brought food. We're all hungry coming over there. And the tutors. You came to get tutoring in math and science. We'll be doing this again in late April. So.
I'm sorry. After you figure out how you're branding your event, what your event is going to be doing, your mission statement, the goals, and who you're targeting. Now you're going to be B.O.R.N.ing it. B.O.R.N.ing is branding out resources. B.O.R.N.ing is branding, outreaching, resources, and networking. Now they're not in order of how it started though. The reasoning why is that resources is the first thing. You can't, once you have the idea of your event, you can't brand something if you don't have the things that you need to actually get it started. To have Nova Cram Week to be there, you need the people. You need food. You know, to network, you have to, after that, get your networks. So resources, after you figure out what your event is doing, your mission statement, and who you're targeting, you now need to figure out what resources you need to make sure that event gets started. For resources, for Nova Cram Week, what we did is that we went to each club, and it said, each club on campus, 15 different clubs. We went to, can we have 2 or 3 students? Can we have 2 or 3 students to organize, to bring food, to tutor? There are 15 clubs on campus, 3 students, times that is 45 students that helped with Nova Cram Week. Art club, biology club, HSA, Bible club, or just if I did a Kappa, just some examples of that. For pizza, we needed to figure out how to get pizza for the event, because no one was going to come to the event if we were offering pizza. And we didn't offer pizza, people would have rioted and probably beat us up afterwards. So we needed to figure out how to bring the potluck. The faculty were only going to fund 3 of the 4 days. We needed to figure out how we're going to give food to people the last day. So we all brought potluck food in. My mom cooked spinach. People brought meatballs. You know, other people brought macaroni and cheese and other big treats. And then we had to figure out how we're going to reserve the student lounge, where we were going to actually put people to study. How are we going to reserve the fitness room? These are all resources that made Nova Cram Week happen. You know, a different example of an organization. To get the resources to start AI for the scarves, we need to figure out where we were going to find those scarves. Who was going to supply them? What type of marketing resources we were going to need? What type of finances we were going to need? That was finding those resources to make that project happen.
Networking. So you have resources out of B.O.R.N.ing your way to event success. Networking. Now that you know what your resources are, you've listed them, how are you going to get them? Well, networking your way to event success is figuring out who has those resources. So to reserve the student lounge, what we did is that we went to the provost conference room and we said, okay, here's the facilities forms. We want the student lounge now. So, but we didn't actually do that. They probably would have beat us up if we did that as well. But a little bit of violence, behind the scenes. Pizza. How did we get the pizza for the event? We went to Achieving the Dream, which is an academic forum. And basically we asked, this event supports your goals to promote academics throughout the school. Can you allocate some of your budget to fund the pizza for the event? So they gave us $600 in the spring semester of 2011 to fund pizza for 4 days. During fall 2012, they gave us pizza and soda money as well. That's how we got the pizza for it. For manpower, well, we went to every club. We went to Mr. Blake and said, you have your office hours from 3 to 7 Monday and Thursday. Can you come and bring down your office hours and help tutor students there? So and he actually set the precedence for more faculty coming down this year. They're actually kind of forcing, which I hold the disclaimer, this wasn't my fault. They're forcing some of the faculty, or suggesting for them to put their office hours during Nova Cram Week. So they can actually tutor more students in like math and English, faculty tutors. So, and for manpower, us students who ran the event, we could not have done this if it wasn't for the clubs and not random students, but students who weren't part of clubs necessarily, who came and volunteered for the event. I'm the kind of person that will go up and say, hey, what are you doing on Thursday? I'm not sure. Can you help with Nova Cram Week? Help organize for 2 hours. I really need the help. I don't have the people. And I was like, okay, I can help. The worst they can say is no, right? Well, they can beat me up, but that's a weird. So, next one. Example of Nova Cram Week, that's how we did. We have a picture of Mr. Blake actually tutoring the students. So, networking. Another way we did it for a project, for Awesome Ideas, when we did the SCARF project. What we did is that we figured out where those resources were. And we networked our way in and said, you know what? And we went to 4 different people and we said, my name is Joshua Anton, I'm a small business owner. I'm from the DC metro area. Now I believe that your product can be sold down there. We'll buy a large quantity of them. And if you give us a discount, we will buy a large quantity of them. If not, we have 2 or 3 other people who will give us that. Now that's bait and switch. Technically we did it when we went to the first one. But it worked for 2, it didn't work for the other 2. The worst that could have happened is that they wouldn't have kicked us out of the store because we were pretty professional about it. We were 2 20-year-olds going up to 40-year-old people with suits. But the worst they could have said was no. We networked our way in to get those resources, the products we needed for our operations. And one of the things I do want to say is that the worst that someone can say is no, as long as you don't go beating people up or yelling at them. If you're polite and you express your idea, the worst that someone can say is no. So you can ask for money for different projects that you want to do for the school. Or if you want to start a business, you could do that as well. So